Hello, I'm Robbie. I'm an architect, a Scottish architect. Not new, Hamish. That was my wee bairn on the pipes. Anyway, a few weeks ago I was planning a new hospital wing when, can you believe it, my dog ate my homework. But that got me thinking, why wasn't I using SketchUp, first place planning? With a wee bit of programming, room floor plans could be labelled and also show the floor area. The room could be a 3D component and occupy true 3D space. Perhaps the floor area could be automatically updated if the room was modified. I typically record the size of rooms agreed with my client, so obviously I'd want the option to create rooms from a simple file. Automatic room numbering would be pure helpful, and it would be canny if, when I move a room, it snaps away to allow for the internal wall. There, that would be my space planning function. Of course, if I were to move a room to a different level, the level and room number could be automatically corrected. If I just listed in a file all the rooms I wanted to use, then surely I could define and rename rooms just by choosing from the list. No, Donald, my colleague, is a quantity surveyor. I'm always asking him, never mind your trousers. Donald, where's your cost estimate? If the list of rooms also specified a cost per unit area, then Donald could generate a cost estimate from the same model. Perhaps even the gross floor area could be calculated. Of course, I'd need to be able to group rooms into blocks and units for master planning. And Donald always wants results in a spreadsheet, which would need to include the wall to floor ratios and the gross floor area values. Just a thought, but a few times now I've been asked to provide a record of my room plans for facilities management. I'm just wondering if it's not possible to generate such a document from my model. There you go. Everything needed for a space planning function. Of course, it would be pure canny if a function could somehow also generate the external walls automatically, and also the floors, and all of the internal walls. And one day, I'd lock a function to generate the building envelope faces required as input for environmental analysis. Perhaps, if all that were possible, then an option to visualize alternative, simple roof geometry would also be useful. Actually, I'd prefer a function which helps to review the floor plans. I'd be satisfied with a space planning function that could do all that. Of course, a more detailed SketchUp model representation is always required, even at a concept stage. I'm just wondering, but could near another wee file define a classification system? You know, code, description, rate and a method of measurement. If I had named my components appropriately, then wouldn't it be possible for a function to automatically match component names with classification codes? Of course, I can't guarantee that all my component names are helpful, so I would also need an option to manually assign a classification. But then, surely, couldn't another spreadsheet be automatically generated? It would have to allow Donald to make adjustments afterwards. He never seems to be satisfied, unlike me. Perhaps, with all this automation, we could participate in so-called BIM projects by exporting our geometry to other systems. Although, I've always been able to do everything I need within SketchUp. I don't suppose I'll find such a function anywhere. I'm probably more likely to see the Loch Ness Monster, or, well, you ken what I mean. Which is a pity, since I can already imagine the benefits. And I'd be happy to pay a fair few of me hard-earned shillings. Anyway, what would you call a function that automates some of the tasks performed in the first 3 months of a project? Of course, do you ken what would be pure canny if it could bring me my porridge in the morning? OK, Hamish, take it away.